today by telling you about the peregrine falcon as a very important conservation success story. Now, the reason why we're all out here today is because of another extremely important conservation success story, and that is the return of several species of marine mammals to our local waters. That's why we're all out here today on a whale watching vessel. Now, it's only been within the past 10 to 12 years that these magnificent creatures have been returning to our area. And you might wonder why that's been happening. Well, there are several important reasons. I mentioned also earlier that we're on a whale sense vessel, right? We're going to view these animals without harming them or injuring them in any way, and also we're not going to violate any of the federal rules and regulations that are in place to protect them. Because all marine mammals in the United States are protected under two very important pieces of legislation. Number one, that's the Marine Mammal Protection Act of 1972, as well as the Endangered Species Act of 1973. The Marine Mammal Protection Act makes it illegal to detect vibrations or movements in the water, perhaps aiding these animals in finding currents while they're navigating or even detecting their prey. So again, whales and dolphins are mammals like you and us, warm-blooded, air-breathing. They give birth to their young alive, they nurse their young, and they also have remnants of hair. Even the Atlantic bottlenose dolphins, if you look at really close pictures of the rostrum or snout of a bottlenose dolphin, you'll notice a row of tiny black dots, a single row of dots. What are those dots? Those dots are remnants of whiskers, of hair follicles. So now there are 90 different species of whales, dolphins, and porpoises that live all around the world. Well, Indian whales do not have teeth like tule whales. Instead, they have hundreds of these baby plates hanging down all across the roof of their mouth. They're bunch of ears. Think of a comb. Teeth. The comb that's hanging down. That's how the baby sits on their mouth. All the way around the mouth, from the corners all the way to the bottom. So Indian whales are perfect either. And I'll tell you more about those behaviors later as well. But right now we'll look for a spout, we'll look for them breaking the surface of the water, we'll look for any unusual splashes, and lastly, we're also going to look for other wildlife that are feeding. If we see seabirds feeding in the area, what does that mean? That means there's mating in the area as well, right? Likewise, the same for dolphins. In fact, bottlenose dolphins, when we come upon them, they often lead us to the whale because they're feeding on that same bait.
see anything?
Ну, наверное, я надеюсь. А ты что не снимаешь?
Get your camera, you're gonna get it on.
If you're gonna do anything, you should video.
Video?
Because you're never gonna get it.
Video and take pictures in the video. Take a picture in the video. Wait, where is he gonna be?
Probably over here, that's where he went up last. Oh, there's the drill I'm following.
You're doing it illegal.
Oh, right here, right here, right here.
Oh, I got it.
Get the picture.
I did. I got the video.
On the left-hand side now, like 11 o'clock, you may be going for that patch of bunkers right ahead of us, so keep an eye out there. We've been doing a
Oh, I got it.
Another one.
Ты фотографируй, а то я видео
Take
снимаю.
pictures in the video.
Right here. Right there.
Ты нажми и держи. Ну что ж ты.
How do we identify these whales? How do we know who's who? Well, we primarily, okay, get ready, another lunge feed. Most likely, you'll see when the bait gets startled, come to the surface. That's always a good spot where to aim your camera. So when we first started our New York City pump, there we go, lunge. Awesome. Again, these whales are filter feeders. They do not have teeth. Hundreds of baleen plates all around the top of their mouth. They have grooves or pleats underneath their throat. So they're able to expand their throats. Imagine the area from your chin all the way down to your belly button, filling that entire area with fish and water. But they do not swallow the water. Once they engulf all the prey in water and they close their mouths, they're using their tongues to push out that water through that baleen plate.
Aha.
There we go. And in fact, at the next lunge feed, try to look for that water spraying out afterwards once the mouth is closed. These whales can drink some seawater, but primarily all of the water that they need, they get from digesting or metabolizing the food that they eat. So again, this whale will push pretty much all of that water out. That water will be expressed through the baleen. The baleen plates act like a sieve, trapping the fish, and then the whale will swallow the bunker, the menhaden, after it pushes out the water. 3 o'clock, the whale's kind of going down for a little dive. This whale, I've already gotten photos of both the right and left side of the dorsal. I believe that I have seen this whale so far this season. But I do not think that we have a fluke on it yet. Hopefully we can get one today. So last year, for example, we added 29 new whales to our catalog.
3 o'clock.
2 o'clock. Last year we added 29 new whales. 9, that doesn't include 9 whales that we already knew that were coming back.
Got it.
About 3 o'clock.
Five o'clock.
5 o'clock.
Танюха на свой нифига поймать не могла.
The whale just surfaced at around 5 o'clock.
Yes,
Oh.
5 o'clock.
This whale's continuing to lunge feed. That was at about 2 o'clock. They would see the spout. Now, lunge feeding isn't the only method of feeding that these whales have, but it's the most popular. We love seeing it the most. Why? Because we can get to see them out of the water a little bit. But they can also skim feed below the surface, and that's just swimming through the bait below the surface with their mouth open. There you see that spout on below. They'll also churn up the water and direct the water flow of that bait to its mouth. Lunging up through the bait, that's known as cooperative feeding. I also got another very good question earlier. Is it unusual for this whale to be alone? No, it's not. It's not uncommon for a humpback whale to be traveling by itself. It can also travel in smaller groups of 2 to 3 individuals. But the strongest pair bond in any group of their humpback whale or group of bottlenose dolphins, that's always going to be between the mother and the calf. Another lunge feed. And you saw that water? Who saw that water getting pushed out of the mouth?
It looked like two, right?
yeah.
Beautiful lunge feed. I told you earlier, a blue whale calf at birth is about 23 feet long, weighing between 5,000 and 6,000 pounds. Well, a humpback whale calf at birth is about 12 to 15 feet long. That's approximately the size of the mother's head. And a humpback whale calf at birth weighs approximately a ton, 2,000 pounds. And a calf will nurse at least, let's say, 40 times within a 24-hour period, nursing that very rich milk from its mother. And it can drink over 100 gallons a day and gain about 100 pounds or so a day as well. That's a humpback whale calf. Right here, side of the boat, these marine mammals. Beautiful. 2 o'clock. Nice, traveling slowly alongside the boat. Every time that whale comes up to breathe, it's thinking, okay, I'm coming up to the surface now. I'm opening up my blowhole.
Yeah, lucky you get a signal.
Фотографируешь?
Princess Cruises and Gotham Whale on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Please share your photos with us. Also, tell your friends and family about us. There are so many people that know that these magnificent creatures are out here. And we're really just in the beginning of our whale watch season. We're doing trips now, 5 days a week, Wednesday through Friday, 1 to 4. And we also have, starting tomorrow, a new evening whale watch from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. That's something we're doing this year. Weekend trips are today, and the more often you come out, the more opportunity that you have for seeing different types of behaviors.